Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm Joshua Adam Holman. I'm not affiliated or in cahoots with anybody for any monetary gain, only to survive and only to be here for those in Huron County. I am a citizen of Huron County. I've been most of my life. There are a lot of things I do not know. There are many things that any man or any woman in their capacities cannot know. I do know I am a citizen of the state of Ohio located within the United States of America. I know that I am a human being of this earth. Where does it go from there? That is for each and every one of us personally to decide. Ask anyone, where does it go? You may find yourself in a struggle and in an argument till one of you falls down and passes out from exhaustion. But the only answer is, and while we're human beings living on this earth, I don't know. All I know is that I was born in Huron County. I slept as a child in Huron County. I drove a tractor in Huron County. And I peed off a bridge in Huron County. I breathe the air in Huron County. I eat the food that comes from the ground in Huron County. You get my picture. I've been living here over 90% of my life. This is my home. And if this still is the democracy that our land, that our forefathers and our fallen soldiers have stood on before us, fighting and struggling to provide a place for us to call home and believe in, then I would be allowed to continue to live in Huron County. This is a county where people can stand up and say something from what may be my passing a lot sooner. It is quite possible that no one but the people that have assembled here in this place tonight will continue on fighting this good fight. It is also quite possible that everyone that hears of our assembly here in this space standing up for what is constitutionally ours might lend a voice of support, and there will be not a struggle and the common American will prevail. I feel there is no choice for us other than to succeed in stopping this permit, or not stop until we hold up what is right, life. We are the ones who have come here tonight in defense of what's right, to live freely in the pursuit of our own happiness. How does one pursue happiness with uncertainty surround them all the time? This diet pill, that, don't eat that, recall this, fear in the news, worry about this, jingle me that. We don't have the luxury of time for any of this. We have only the time to act. Unfortunately, we only have this moment and tomorrow to call everybody we know and tell them to email the Ohio DNR. Right here in this room, everyone has a story about someone whose lives have been ripped apart by something that is foreign in their bodies that turns their good life-supporting cells into bad non-life-supporting cells. It was once said, something foreign in the body must be caused by something foreign. Does injecting anything that wasn't put here for life in our land that other states and counties do not want sound foreign to you? Does all of this sound a bit foreign since you heard it? I can't think of a better opportunity for a human being to get in one's lifetime, to say that we choose certainty in life over speculation. John Hughes said, from everything that has been posted on the internet, who knows what you can believe on the internet, because there's a lot of information out there, not all of it's true, has been the one who's going to have the final signature on a piece of paper. Now, he might physically sign it, but I pulled up John Hughes' website before I came here today, and he listed right underneath the beautiful picture of his family was his sponsorships. And the first one he listed was Right to Life. And I sit here confused as you are, and it seems a little ironic to me, in my opinion, that we have to assemble here on April Fool's Night as well. Here's our solution. Here is the basis for our solution. When one community focuses on solutions, more solutions are attracted to them. When one community focuses on problems, more problems are attracted to them. We must focus on the solutions. And that is to write, and we call, and we tell everybody we know until our voice gives out to write and to call. Doesn't matter where they live now, if they lived or have lived here before, if you talk to them in 20 years, you get them to email tonight or tomorrow before the close of business. They don't have to understand. You don't have to reason with them. Just say, this is what has to be done. Text them now. Call them as I speak. United together, we must be strong to deliver our community past this trial. In order to rebuild America, we must start with our community and the most basic elements of our life: our water, our air, our soil, and our most precious resource, our children. You can say that we can commence down upon United Methodist Church Monday at 6:30, 4290 Heartland Center Road in Collins, to meet face-to-face with the company trying to come here and confuse us more. Take a look around. I bet everybody in here is as confused as I am. But I fought through the confusion, and I fought through the tyranny and the oppression of just trying to get a message across to people. The company is trying to come to Huron County. They said that in the paper March 19th, in a little section about this big. To that company, I have to say this: citizens love their land, and we the people stand united in our freedom to express the right to preserve our livelihood. That there is truly no place like home, and we do not approve, nor will we waver or stop and cry and think or even blink before we know that you will not inject in our foundation. What happens to a house when its foundation is altered? Here's our solution. Some like the attitude, fight fire with fire. I personally, not my style. But what we will do is we will form our own corporation. One for the people, by the people, paid for and invested back into the people. We will have our say, no matter the dollar. There will be open discussions and things to do, and a sense of community will gradually be restored, as some of the senior citizens in this audience once remembered, and I've only been told stories about. It reminds me of the old days. If someone would come to this town right now and say they were going to whatever the North Reflector says, we probably would have squared off, beaten the living tar out of each other, stand there broken and beaten cold, and then hug each other and go on our separate ways. I never had a brother, and I do not have a son, but I could think about the life if we do nothing. Read my son. This is what we build on. This is our new foundation. Beating back the uncertainty with courage. The success or failure of a community incorporating its citizens into action depends on the democratic participation of the residents. If there is interest, we will proceed. If one setback is going to make us fold and lie down, we won't succeed. We have to get those who aren't here tonight, or care rather not to know, because they have to think about someone besides themselves for a second to think them excuses have gotten us all into mess. This depends on us, we the people. I cannot stress we the people enough. That's the only thing that can save us now from these wells spreading and multiplying. Each person must voice their concern. A person is only as powerful as their one vote in this democracy still. We must ask ourselves in our community, is our community worth the challenges that lie ahead in our journey together? How big or how small a commitment? How much is enough to say enough? Sticking to what's right or listening to the negativity? We must stay forever remembered that we are for fear's opposite. We love our land. We love our country. We love our families, and we love life. The time to stop making it harder to love and easier to fear is upon us. We will not take chances with the sanctity of innocent American lives. Tonight, man will speak with you who has been dealt with something like this of his own in his hometown community. Warren Brown has seen and lived through the consequences of people sweeping things under the rug. We have been blessed that he has decided to come here tonight and gracious and in humble thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, good people of Huron County, citizens of Ohio, the United States of America, I give you Mr. Warren Brown.